Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like there is enough officers to deal with things in the district or in the area.
Coming up on Today in St. Louis Weekend Edition, public problems, private police. The St. Louis neighborhoods considering police alternatives to increase response times and decrease crime.
And storms are moving through the area pretty quickly here. They're on their way out. I'll go over what we can expect next.
All about barbecue is about the relationship you build with them. Because barbecue is for besties.
And let me say that again. Barbecue is for besties. We'll give you an all-inside look at this weekend's Taste of St. Louis with flavors for all of the foodies.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
And right now we are taking a live look at Lambert Airport. Focused on that this morning. We are walking out of and waking up in storm alert this morning as severe weather moves through our region. You can see the storm moving on the radar there right and on the right of your screen. Good morning to you. It is Saturday, August 12th. I'm Travis Cummings. And listen, I saw that light flickering as I was leaving the house this morning, so I knew something was in store.
Quite a few power outages for Ameren, Missouri right now. Over 10,000 people without power, which is a good amount for this morning's storm. It wasn't particularly strong as it came through the St. Louis area. A lot of lightning, though. Our wind gusts measured around 30 to 40 miles per hour in most areas, though. Now, if you were up in Lincoln County, however, those wind gusts were closer to 60 miles per hour, and for a very brief period of time, even further out to our west, we had a tornado warning. So the Doppler radar view here, I'll go ahead and pause it, show you where our heaviest rainfall is as it makes its way out of our coverage area here. So let's go over and just see how many strikes of lightning we've got. This has really been lighting up the sky this morning. Just about 221 lightning strikes. And then we'll zoom in here and show you some of these areas with some heavier rainfall. This is now over some more rural land, so that is good, but it's closing in on Bonne Terre here, about to make its way into Potosi within the next 5 minutes or so. And then as we move over to our east just a little bit, you can see here into Steelville and Sparta. It looks like it is picking up on a little bit of hail there. And this hail, not expected to be particularly large, but it will definitely wake you up if you're not up already. And then into Marissa and Lively Grove, all seeing a bit of heavier rainfall this morning.
All right, Tracy, we'll check back in with you. Well, here's a look at the current Ameren outages in the bi-state. You can see most are on the Missouri side, where about 11,000 customers are without power. In Illinois, almost 2,000 customers in Madison County are waking up in the dark. And you can get the Weather First forecast sent to your phone at any time. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355. Right now, police are looking for the driver in a hit and run near Busch Stadium after Sunday's Cardinals game. This morning, we have footage of the altercation, and we want to warn you it may be disturbing to watch. This surveillance video shows a black Dodge pickup truck pushing a golf cart near the intersection of South Broadway and Clark Avenue. When the two people in the golf cart confronted the driver, the pickup accelerated farther down the street. The truck eventually struck both men, nearly driving over one of them before speeding east on Clark. Police say the victim suffered minor injuries. Right now, some St. Louis neighborhoods are working hard to keep their streets safer. This week, St. Louis Hills residents voted to pay more taxes to bring in extra police patrols. This morning, our Brent Solomon met with leaders in the Hill about their plans to hire private security.
Home is where the heart is.
When you live in the Hill, it feels like you live on vacation. The corner stores, the restaurants, the people walking around.
It's why Jim Barnthouse heads the Hill 2000 Neighborhood Association. He loves living in what he calls one of the safest communities in St. Louis. But that doesn't mean it's immune to crime.
Every single neighborhood association meeting we have, it's the #1 topic. And it's people like, hey, my car got broken, so what are we going to do about it?
One option is what some other city neighborhoods have already implemented, paying higher taxes for private security.
Within the last handful of years, it seems like we have had an uptick in issues on the Hill. What we are doing now is reaching out to local security firms We have priced services from 3 to 4 different firms in the area.
Last summer, the Holly Hills neighborhood took that route, neighbors agreeing to pay some $200 to put off-duty police officers on their streets. Just this week, St. Louis Hills approved a tax hike with the same goal of making their community safer.
I know from working with our police liaison that the city police are working very hard. They are extremely responsive. Unfortunately, we hear this a lot, they're stretched, and they're stretched thin. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like there is enough officers to deal with things in the district or in the area.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
A city spokesperson tells 5 on your side the city will continue to work with Holly Hills and the other local tax districts across the city where they're seeking a higher police or security presence. This morning, Illinois' assault weapons ban is still in effect. The state Supreme Court ruled that the ban is constitutional. The law bans the sale and purchase of assault-style rifles and handguns and high-capacity magazines, and current owners must register their guns by next year. There's been debate about the legality of the ban, with critics saying it violates both the state and U.S. constitutions, but supporters say saving lives justifies the ban. The decision is expected to be appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Right now, residents, loved ones, and first responders are returning to Lahaina after the Hawaiian wildfires. We'll hear from the Missouri Red Cross team on the ground in Maui.
And tracking storms as they make their way out of the 5 on your side coverage area. What else you can expect through the rest of your Saturday.
And for many, it's the last weekend to grab that school supplies before school starts. We're looking out for your wallet this morning, and we'll tell you where you can cross off that checklist for free. 50 years ago, Ozark Flight 809 crashed on its approach to Lambert International Airport. We look back at interviews and KSDK coverage from that dark time in a special report. You can stream it now on 5+. It's free to download on Roku, Fire, and Apple TV.